Welcome to this video entitled Longevity Dividend. I'll attempt to speak in Chinese as well. 欢迎来到我们这个影片，长寿的红利。如果我的中文讲得不好，不要见怪啊，因为我小学就澳大利亚读书的，也是算是半个老外。中文文化有一个传说，天不怕地不怕，只怕老外说中国话。OK OK，what is the longevity dividend? I'll just get the marker, the laser pointer. There you go, longevity dividend. As you see here, if you live to 60 or 70, your medical cost in the last 2 years of life is very high. If you live to about 100 or more, the last 2 years of your last 2 years of life, your medical cost or medical expenditure is a lot less. 如果你活到60岁的人、70岁的人，你最后2年的付出的那个医药费会很高的。你看这里2万多，如果你活到90岁或者100岁，你最后2年的寿命，那个付出那个医药费就比较少啊，减了一半。Okay, if you see, this is disease-free survival. Okay, 这里是你活的时候没有疾病。Okay, 1.0 means 100%，一点点就是100%，你没有疾病。看啊，20岁10多岁肯定是没有病的。So when you're young, you have no diseases. If you live to about 80, you see, about 50 years old, about 60 years old, half of you will have diseases. 如果你是才活到60岁、70岁、80岁，当你50岁、60岁的时候啊，一半的人都有疾病了，是吗？So if you're people who are living to over 100, you see, your disease-free survival is a lot less. 如果您活到100岁的人呢，你老年的时候啊，会有疾病的机会就比较少。Okay, that's called the longevity dividend. Okay, on top is normal aging today. Okay, you may live to this from the left to the right, maybe by say 70 to 80 years old. 这个是 okay, normal aging today. So this is health span in the blue. 在蓝色的就是健康寿命啊，没有疾病的时候。Okay, in the red is when you start getting diseases. So this is a person living 70 to 80. You see, in the last 20 years of his life, he's got age-related disease. 这个是一个人活到比如80岁，你看呢，他最后20年呢会很多疾病。这老年与年龄有关的疾病。So this is in red, right? 红色的是有疾病的与年龄有关的疾病。So what we want is to extend the health span. 我们要延长健康寿命，看到吗？这样你最后晚年1-2年才有疾病。So what we want is to lengthen our health span, not lifespan. 我们要延长我们的健康寿命，不是要延长我们的寿命。So healthcare expenditure, 医疗保健支出 ，OK， 那个费用see, as you can see, if you below 25, your health expenditure is minimal. As you get older, understandably, your health expenditure increases. But once you're about 65 and above, is when the health expenditure kicks in. 你看你年龄少的时候比如没有超过25岁，你的医药费用是很少的。但是超过65岁那个医药费用就比较多咯，是吧？因为你疾病越来越多咯。Okay, aging is a public health issue. 老年化是一种社会问题。It's also a societal problem. Why? Because if you are sick, you're taking employment leave, you're taking sick leave, you're not contributing to the economy of the country. 如果你天天病啊，你没有工作，你怎样增强我们国家的那个经济是吗？没有做工，天天去看病用钱啊。So it's a societal problem, as a social problem, as a public health issue. By 2030, 1 in 6 person will be 60 and above. 2030年后到2030年6个人有1个人会超过60岁。By 2050, the world's population, I mean, world 60 years old and above population will double to 2.1 billion. And those that are above 90 years old, the population will triple until 426 million. 到2005年后到了2050年，世界60岁以上的人会增加2倍，到有21个亿人口。By 2050, 2/3 of the 60+ population will live in middle to low income countries, and that's a problem. Who's going to pay for all these medical bills? 到2055年，2/360岁以上的人会住在低跟中等收入的国家。This is from the World Health Organization. 这个是世界卫生组织的一个报告。At the biological level, aging results from the impact of accumulation of a wide variety of molecular and cellular damage over time. So basically, at the cellular level and inside the cells is the molecular level, things are getting damaged, and that leads to aging. Okay, 在生物学层面上，衰老是多种分子和细胞损伤随时间累积的影响的结果。This leads to a gradual decrease in physical and mental capacity and a growing risk of disease and ultimately death. 这导致身体和精神能力逐渐下降，很快下降，慢慢下降，患病风险不断增加，最终导致死亡 ，so leads to death. So aging is the major risk factor for age-related disease, aging-drive disease. 衰老年龄就是一个疾病的风险independent risk factors 心脏病啦heart disease 癌症啦中风啦 emphysema pneumonia 糖尿病diabetes accidents kidney Alzheimer's. So aging is an independent risk factor for disease. Aging population affects the economy. 如果一个国家的人民越来越老好像日本这样会影响一个国家的经济。Age 30% age 35 plus 30% of the population, but 56% of the healthcare spending. Age 65, 48.6% of lifetime health costs, 20% of GDP national healthcare expenditure. And by 2025, shortage of health aides, nursing assistants, and nurses. And by 2030, 1% drop in the labor force. Geroscience, geroscience seeks to understand the genetic, molecular, and cellular mechanisms. Cell, molecules are what's inside the cell, and genetic level is what's inside the genes. So geroscience seeks to understand the genetic, the molecular, and the cellular mechanisms that make aging a risk factor and driver of common chronic conditions and disease of older people. 老年科学寻求了了解衰老成为老年人常见慢性生病和疾病的主要风险因素和驱动因素的遗传分子和细胞基测。Geroscience. The reasons people get disease is because of progressive loss of physiological function, leading to impaired function and increased vulnerability to death. 人们患病的原因是生理功能逐渐丧失，导致功能受损并增加死亡的风险。This deterioration associated with aging is the primary risk factor for major human health problems. 这种与衰老相关的恶化是重大人类健康问题的主要风险因素。Okay, Geroscience, understanding and to treat underlying causes of aging to prevent multiple age-related diseases. Okay. In order to do that, we must understand what is causing aging. We can treat multiple types of age-related disease, isn't it? So we must understand the root cause of disease. 我们要了解疾病的根本原因，这样我们才会能预防衰老或提迟衰老。So in order to do that, we must understand the cellular and molecular causes of aging. That's when we are going to turn to stem cells. 为了做到这一点，我们必须了解衰老的细胞和分子原因。这就是我们转向干细胞的时候了。So, adult stem cells 成人的干细胞，and somatic cells 成人的细胞，所以有各种了哈。brain, heart. So, what is a stem cells? Must have the ability for self-renewal. 如果你是一个干细胞，它有两个条件的。第一个，它干细胞会再生干细胞会做自己多一个分裂多一个干细胞。Or it can differentiate into different type of cells. 它会成为另外一个细胞，一个成人的细胞。比如心脏的干细胞会变到一个心脏的成人细胞。So aging causes stem cells to lose its function, leading to degenerative disease. So 如果一个细胞老化的时候它功能会比较少，比较下降，这样我们就不会再生。So look at that. So stem cells, so your regenerative power is diminished. 我们的再生能力会下降。This is the power of regeneration. In a single day, we lose and replace 50 to 70 billion cells. This is published in 1999 in Journal of Clinical Oncology. 在一天之内了，我们设计并替换了50到700亿个细胞我们再生嘛，修复再生So every day we replace 50 to 70 billion cells 我们每一天替换了50到700亿个细胞。如果你的干细胞功能下降了可能不能咯，这不能修复不能再生咯。So I know who I was when I got up this morning. but I think I've just changed several times since then. And this is a quote by Lewis Carroll in Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay, see, our head grows 0.35, our hair grows 0.35 millimeters a day. Our wisdom tooth stops growing when you're 12 years old. Intercostal skeletal muscle cells are replaced every 15 years. Liver cells are replaced every 300 to 500 days. Right? 我们的肝细胞啊，每300到500天都会替换啊。Our intestinal epithelial cells are replaced every 5 days. 我们大肠啊里面的那个 lining 每5天就替换。Fingernails grow 0.1 millimeter a day. Skin cells are replaced every 39 days. 我们每39天，就那个皮肤的细胞就会换。The skeleton is replaced every 10 days. 我们的脊骨a skeleton is changed every 10 years. Toenails grow 1 millimeter a month. Okay, I won't talk about this. I mean, you can find out. Heart muscle cells stop growing at 10 years old. Heart endothelial cells are replaced every 6 years. Red blood cells are replaced every 120 days. 我们的红血球每120天都会替换。Fat storage cells are replaced every 10 years, and blah, blah, blah. So as we age, our stem cells number diminish and begin to mutate. 我们老的时候，衰老的时候，我们的肝细胞会越来越少，包括它会突变。Right? There you go. As you're young, of course, your regenerative power is high, but as you get as you get older, see, it get less and it mutates. 那个红色是那个肝细胞突变。Aging causes stem cells to malfunction, leading to cancer, possibly. There you go. Stem cells, A and to B type, it can differentiate. But aging causes stem cells to malfunction, causing to tissue dysfunction, multi-lineage differentiation, and become skewed. So in summary, we have to keep our stem cells healthy and fit. 我们要让我们的肝细胞健康 ，OK， 健康。Aging is a primary risk factor for disease and death. 衰老是一个疾病的风险Aging poses immense health and economic challenge to the individual and society at large. Our goal is to extend health span by empowering our regenerative capacity. 我们的目标是通过增强您的再生能力来延长健康寿命这里要延长你的健康寿命蓝色这里的 blue. Stem cell function declines with age, contributing to degenerative disorders, tissue dysfunction, and cancer. 肝细胞功能随着年龄的增长而下降，导致退行性疾病、组织功能障碍和癌症。Thank you，谢谢。